Let me take you deeper now. Not into hype, not into theory, not into surface level motivation, but into the core mechanics of transformation. Because real change doesn't happen when you feel inspired. It happens when you recode your identity. And identity is not who you say you are when life is easy. Identity is who you become when pressure hits, when comfort disappears, when results haven't arrived yet, when doubt is loud, when fear is active, when uncertainty is heavy, when exhaustion whispers, when excuses tempt, when distraction calls, when comfort seduces, when quitting feels reasonable. Identity is who you choose to be in those moments. And those moments are not accidents, they are exams. Because life only tests what it wants to strengthen, and it only pressures what it wants to prepare, and it only challenges what it wants to elevate. You see, pressure does not crush greatness. Pressure reveals greatness. Fire does not destroy gold. Fire purifies gold. Resistance does not weaken muscles. Resistance builds muscles. Difficulty does not diminish leaders. Difficulty develops leaders. And struggle does not sabotage destiny. Struggle sculpts destiny. But only if you respond with standards instead of stories, commitment instead of complaints, ownership instead of excuses, courage instead of comfort. Because life does not reward talent. Life rewards training. And training is the willingness to show up when it's hard, stay when it's uncomfortable, continue when it's exhausting, and commit when it's uncertain. Training is doing what others won't so you can become what others can't. Training is discipline when motivation fades. Training is execution when emotion resists. Training is standards when circumstances fluctuate. Training is identity when excuses seduce. And identity is not something you discover. Identity is something you decide, something you declare, something you demonstrate, something you discipline, something you defend, something you develop, something you deliver, something you demand, something you duplicate, something you deepen, something you design, something you drive, something you deploy, something you demonstrate under pressure. Because identity without behavior is fantasy, and behavior without identity is exhaustion. But when identity and behavior align, results become inevitable, momentum becomes automatic, confidence becomes natural, growth becomes continuous, and destiny becomes unstoppable. Here's what most people don't understand. The brain is not wired for success. The brain is wired for survival, and survival prioritizes certainty over happiness, comfort over growth, familiarity over fulfillment, safety over expansion, predictability over possibility, which means your brain will resist change even when change is good, even when change is necessary, even when change is overdue. Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, not because you're lazy, but because your nervous system is trying to protect you from the unknown. But the unknown is where growth lives. The unknown is where expansion lives. The unknown is where destiny lives. And the only way to access the unknown is through decision. Because decision interrupts patterns, disrupts loops, breaks habits, collapses identity structures, and rewires behavior at the neurological level. When you decide, your brain releases dopamine, which increases motivation and focus. When you decide, your brain releases norepinephrine, which increases alertness and energy. When you decide, your brain releases serotonin, which stabilizes mood and confidence. When you decide, your brain releases endorphins, which increase resilience and endurance. Decision literally changes your chemistry, and chemistry changes behavior, and behavior changes results, and results change identity, and identity changes destiny, which means transformation is not mystical. Transformation is biological, psychological, emotional, neurological, behavioral, and spiritual. And the trigger for all of it is decision. That's why hesitation is so expensive. Hesitation drains energy, fragments focus, weakens confidence, delays momentum, and compounds regret. Hesitation doesn't protect you. Hesitation punishes you. Not dramatically, not immediately, not obviously, but gradually, subtly, invisibly, through lost time, missed opportunities, weakened confidence, eroded belief, diminished momentum, delayed identity, and postponed destiny. Every day you hesitate, you teach your nervous system that fear is in charge. Every day you delay, you reinforce uncertainty. Every day you wait, you strengthen doubt. Every day you postpone, you weaken commitment. Every day you tolerate less than your potential, you normalize mediocrity. Every day you stay small, you rehearse limitation. Every day you avoid discomfort, you train weakness. Every day you choose comfort, you sacrifice growth. Every day you choose safety, you abandon expansion. Every day you choose familiarity, you forfeit fulfillment. And every day you repeat those choices, identity locks deeper. And identity, once locked, drives behavior automatically, which means you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your conditioning. And conditioning is built through repetition under emotion, which means if you want to change your future, you don't wait for motivation. You recondition your identity. You don't wait for inspiration, you install new standards. You don't wait for confidence, you build evidence. You don't wait for clarity, you take action. You don't wait for certainty, you commit. You don't wait for comfort, You move into discomfort deliberately because growth lives where comfort dies. Expansion lives where safety ends. Destiny lives where certainty dissolves. And greatness lives where fear is faced. Let me tell you something most people never hear. You don't become powerful when life becomes easy. You become powerful when you become stronger. You don't become confident when fear disappears. You become confident when you act in spite of fear. You don't become disciplined when motivation arrives. You become disciplined when you act without motivation. You don't become consistent when conditions are perfect. You become consistent when conditions are imperfect. You don't become resilient when life is kind. You become resilient when life is hard. You don't become courageous when risk disappears. You become courageous when risk is present. You don't become certain when clarity arrives. You become certain when you move without clarity. You don't become unstoppable when obstacles vanish. You become unstoppable when obstacles multiply and you continue anyway. And that's what separates average lives from extraordinary lives. Not talent, not intelligence, not luck, not opportunity. Beach response, response to fear, response to failure, response to discomfort, response to rejection, response to uncertainty, response to pressure, response to adversity, response to fatigue, response to doubt, response to delay, response to pain, response to resistance, response to chaos, response to disappointment, response to hardship, response to struggle, response to setback, response to loss, response to criticism, response to uncertainty, response to silence, response to loneliness, response to discouragement, response to exhaustion, response to boredom, response to repetition, response to monotony, response to difficulty, response to resistance, because life does not give you what you deserve. Life gives you what you demonstrate. And demonstration is not intention, demonstration is behavior. Demonstration is follow through. Demonstration is consistency. Demonstration is execution. Demonstration is discipline. Demonstration is resilience. Demonstration is commitment. Demonstration is standards. Demonstration is identity in motion. And identity in motion is destiny in progress. Right now, I want you to understand something. You do not need to become someone else to succeed. You need to become more of who you already are at your strongest. You don't need to invent greatness. You need to uncover it. You don't need to manufacture confidence. You need to condition it. You don't need to search for purpose. You need to activate it. You don't need to chase potential. You need to unleash it. You don't need to find power. You need to remember it. You don't need to wait for destiny. You need to decide it. Because destiny is not something that happens to you. Destiny is something you build through daily decisions, daily standards, daily rituals, daily disciplines, daily commitments, daily behaviors, daily emotions, daily focus, daily identity reinforcement. And identity is not built in moments of comfort. Identity is built in moments of resistance. Muscles grow under resistance. Confidence grows under resistance. Courage grows under resistance. Discipline grows under resistance. Leadership grows under resistance. Character grows under resistance. Integrity grows under resistance. Faith grows under resistance. Resilience grows under resistance. Endurance grows under resistance. Strength grows under resistance. Greatness grows under resistance. And resistance is not punishment. Resistance is training. Life is not trying to break you. Life is trying to build you. Life is not trying to stop you. Life is trying to shape you. Life is not trying to weaken you. Life is trying to strengthen you. Life is not trying to limit you. Life is trying to expand you. Life is not trying to hurt you. Life is trying to harden you into something unbreakable. Life is not trying to defeat you. Life is trying to develop you. Life is not trying to delay you. Life is trying to prepare you. Life is not trying to sabotage you. Life is trying to sharpen you. Life is not trying to punish. Life is trying to position you. Life is not trying to crush you. Life is trying to craft you. Life is not trying to destroy you. Life is trying to design you into something unstoppable. But only if you stop resisting resistance and start using resistance. Only if you stop complaining about pressure and start leveraging pressure. Only if you stop fearing discomfort and start seeking discomfort. Only if you stop avoiding pain and start assigning meaning to pain. Because pain without meaning is suffering, but pain with meaning is straining. And training produces strength, and strength produces certainty, and certainty produces momentum, and momentum produces destiny. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something that scared you? When was the last time you moved without guarantees? When was the last time you acted without approval? When was the last time you stepped without certainty? When was the last time you committed without clarity? When was the last time you continued without results? When was the last time you stayed without recognition? When was the last time you persisted without validation? When was the last time you executed without motivation? When was the last time you endured without applause? When was the last time you disciplined yourself without reward? When was the last time you led without followers? When was the last time you gave without return? When was the last time you tried without assurance? When was the last time you risked without safety? When was the last time you grew without comfort? When was the last time you challenged yourself instead of your circumstances? When was the last time you chose growth instead of relief? When was the last time you chose progress instead of pleasure? When was the last time you chose expansion instead of ease? When was the last time you chose discipline instead of distraction? When was the last time you chose courage instead of comfort? When was the last time you chose commitment instead of convenience? When was the last time you chose execution instead of excuses? When was the last time you chose ownership instead of blame? When was the last time you chose responsibility instead of rationalization? When was the last time you chose persistence instead of procrastination? When was the last time you chose momentum instead of stagnation? When was the last time you chose action instead of analysis? When was the last time you chose becoming instead of remaining? Because growth is not comfortable, growth is confrontational. Growth confronts your habits, growth confronts your patterns, growth confronts your beliefs, growth confronts your excuses, growth confronts your comfort, growth confronts your identity, growth confronts your limits, growth confronts your fears, growth confronts your stories, growth confronts your standards, growth confronts your emotions, growth confronts your behaviors, growth confronts your routines, growth confronts your rituals, growth confronts your priorities, growth confronts your discipline, growth confronts your consistency, growth confronts your courage, growth confronts your commitment, growth confronts your persistence, growth confronts your resilience, growth confronts your endurance, growth confronts your ownership, growth confronts your responsibility, growth confronts your accountability, growth confronts your integrity, growth confronts your alignment, growth confronts your identity. And that confrontation is not punishment, that confrontation is preparation. Because every level of growth requires a new level of identity. And every new level of identity requires the death of the old one. And death of identity is uncomfortable. And discomfort is the doorway to destiny. And destiny does not open to comfort. Destiny opens to courage. Right now, I want you to feel something. Not excitement, not hype, not motivation. Certainty. Certainty that you are capable of more than you've allowed yourself to become. Certainty that your future is not limited by your past. Certainty that your mistakes did not disqualify you, they trained you. Certainty that your struggles did not weaken you, they strengthened you. Certainty that your pain did not destroy you, it refined you. Certainty that your setbacks did not stop you, they shaped you. Certainty that your delays did not deny you, they prepared you. Certainty that your failures did not end you, they educated you. Certainty that your disappointments did not defeat you, they developed you. Certainty that your losses did not break you, they built you. Certainty that your hardships did not cripple you, they conditioned you. Certainty that your adversity did not bury you, it planted you. Certainty that your challenges did not destroy you, they designed you. Certainty that your suffering did not ruin you, it refined you. Certainty that your pressure did not crush you, it forged you. Certainty that your fire did not consume you, it purified you. Certainty that your storm did not drown you, it trained you to swim. Certainty that your mountain did not block you, it strengthened your legs. Certainty that your valley did not trap you, it taught you endurance. Certainty that your darkness did not define you, it sharpened your vision. Certainty that your night did not defeat you, it taught you how to rise. Certainty that your winter did not kill you, it prepared you for spring. Certainty that your struggle did not end you, it introduced you to yourself. Certainty that your story is not over, it had just begun. And certainty is not a feeling, certainty is a decision. Decision to believe before proof, decision to act before confidence, decision to move before clarity, decision to commit before comfort, decision to grow before readiness, decision to lead before validation, decision to rise before approval, decision to execute before certainty, decision to persist before results, decision to continue before recognition, decision to expand before safety, decision to build before applause, decision to dominate before dominance feels natural, decision to become before becoming feels possible. And that decision is not emotional. That decision is identity-based. It's the moment you stop asking, can I, and start declaring, I will. The moment you stop wondering, what if, and start commanding, watch me. It's the moment you stop hoping someday and start deciding now. It's the moment you stop dreaming one day and start declaring today. It's the moment you stop asking for permission and start claiming authority. It's the moment you stop negotiating with fear and start commanding your future. It's the moment you stop outsourcing confidence and start manufacturing certainty. It's the moment you stop postponing power and start activating identity. It's the moment you stop surviving and start dominating your destiny. Here's the truth. Your environment is not the problem. Your circumstances are not the problem. Your background is not the problem. Your past is not the problem. Your upbringing is not the problem. Your education is not the problem. Your resources are not the problem. Your opportunities are not the problem. Your network is not the problem. Your timing is not the problem. Your location is not the problem. Your economy is not the problem. Your government is not the problem. Your family is not the problem. Your boss is not the problem. Your job is not the problem. Your relationships are not the problem. Your market is not the problem. Your competition is not the problem. Your obstacle obstacles are not the problem. Your failures are not the problem. Your setbacks are not the problem. Your losses are not the problem. Your delays are not the problem. Your disappointments are not the problem. Your hardships are not the problem. Your challenges are not the problem. Your stress is not the problem. Your fatigue is not the problem. Your fear is not the problem. Your doubt is not the problem. Your anxiety is not the problem. Your insecurity is not the problem. Your hesitation is not the problem. Your procrastination is not the problem. Your excuses are not the problem. Your distractions are not the problem. Your habits are not the problem. Your routines are not the problem. Your patterns are not the problem. Your conditioning is not the problem. Your comfort is not the problem. Your safety is not the problem. Your certainty is not the problem. Your familiarity is not the problem. Your survival mindset is not the problem. The problem is identity misalignment, the gap between who you are practicing being and who you are capable of becoming. And that gap is not closed by wishing. That gap is closed by decision. Decision to raise your standards. Decision to expand your identity. Decision to demand more from yourself than life demands from you. Decision to become stronger than your circumstances. Decision to become greater than your excuses. Decision to become bigger than your fears. Decision to become deeper than your doubts. Decision to become faster than your hesitation. Decision to become louder than your limitations. Decision to become more disciplined than your distractions. Decision to become more committed than your comfort. Decision to become more focused than your fatigue. Decision to become more consistent than your motivation. Decision to become more resilient than your resistance. Decision to become more persistent than your procrastination. Decision to become more courageous than your fear. Decision to become more certain than your doubt. Decision to become more aligned than